So it's time for the first heat for this lot, which is Groups C and D. And here is your starting grid for the 7-minute +1 additional lap race here at the home of champions. Luca Leistra from Belgium in the 307 will be on pole position. And alongside him will be Milan Ritter from Denmark. Nick Coppens from Belgium and Luna Blum from the Netherlands round out row 2, with Milan Coppens and Vincent Boutellier from France rounding out the top 3 rows. Danny Prince and Patrick Rundqvist from the Netherlands and Sweden respectively, that's row 4. Fabian Bock from Germany and Jordi Westerlaken, Van der Westerlaken, I believe, is... no, it's Jordi Westerlaken. I'm getting myself confused with other drivers that have that surname. They round out the top 10. Dylan LaHaye, 2019 BNL Karting Series Senior Rotax Champion, starts 11th, with Gilles Clouet, his countryman, alongside in the 315. Then it's Yashiram Jankan from the Netherlands and Ehad Tucker from Turkey, rounding out row 7. Lars Zanen and Hugo Bach rounding out row 8. Marcelo Wegner-Parod and Jens van der Eyden round out row 9. Daniel Hunt from Latvia, Sam Van Til from the Netherlands. Then we have Jens Pranger in the 304, Sam Bergstein in the 319, and Julien Hache in the 395 from France. So 7 minutes on the clock, plus an additional lap. Let's see if this one is a little bit cleaner with 8 front fairing penalties in race 1. I think our clerk of the course will have been telling them just keep it clean through turn 2. They can use the runoff area for the first lap, but after that it will be a time penalty if that's seen by one of our race stewards and race control. So Leistra, Ritter, Coppens, Blum, Coppens, Boutellier, Prince, Rundqvist, Bock and Westerlaken. That is your top 10, as Milan Ritter nearly ends up on the grass on the outside going into turn 12 there. I think probably weaving too far from side to side. Now we head into the tram lines once again. Are we ready? Are we steady? Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go racing. Is that a full start? No, that looks to be a full start there. I would imagine that might be the case. Or have they got through? That is confirmed as a full start. So full course yellow. I could see a couple of the drivers outside of the top 10 that were sort of doing the motion of circling one finger around, which means that is, yeah, we understand it is a full start. So the drivers now having effectively a second chance, a second bite of the cherry. This is where the drivers now will have that chance. Now they can just refocus and get themselves going. So Luca Leistra will lead the field around along with Milan Ritter. So it will be down to these drivers just to get things going. So Leistra, Ritter are your front row drivers. Around turn 12 they come through into the tram line. Second time. Are we ready? Are we steady? Well, looks like this time we are going racing. This is field literally... the field spreads itself around the start-finish line, going through into turns 1 and 2 for the first time. Everyone making it through so far. Everyone going... Well, there's a bit of two-way battling. I noticed a couple of battles, 2x2, hurrah, going through turns 4 and into 5. As there's people banzaiing up the inside through turn 6 onto the Europalan. As someone's going a little bit too slowly. Took a bit too much curb on the outside and might have been compromised on an overtake opportunity. However, at this particular moment in time, Luca Leistra is leading the way. Nick Coppens is in second. He's got past, Milan Ritter, I think, is down in 5th position by my count there, which looks to be the case. So Luca Leistra leading the way. I think Milan Coppens is just behind in 3rd position as another position lost again for Milan Ritter. That could be Luna Blum that's just got past, and that is the case as she's now up into 4th position. Oh, Milan Coppens right up close to the back bumper of Nick Coppens going through turn 2 and then into the exit of 3. So Leicester's got a half-second advantage at this particular moment in time. And is trying to pull away from the rest of the field. Coppens. Bouteille now up into 4th position. As Lundblom will try and start to close in. And Bouteille actually got past Coppens. And that was before turn 6. Or turn 7 even. So things are consistently changing all the way through. And it looks like I think Danny Prince might be a little bit further up the order now. Changes down the up and down the order. Jens van der Heijden from Combicar now I think might be heading his way towards the top 20. So at this particular moment it's Danny Prince that is up into P6 as there's more. Oh, now someone's had a massive moment coming out of turn 2 that was round towards the bottom part of the top 10. And didn't really make out who that was. There are more changes for position as there are battles up and down the order. I think one of the drivers that's getting well and truly stuck in, I think it could be the likes of, Rundqvist is up there. Lahey is past Vesterlaken for P9. And just in front of our screens at the moment, that is Lundblom in the 309. So it looks like Danny Prince might have gotten past into position. So Leicester still leading after what will be the completion of 3 laps in this race. Leicester now has nearly 7 tenths over Coppens. Bouteille rounding up the top 3. Blom up to 4th. Prince 5th. Coppens, Rundqvist, Milan Ritter is dropping down the order hand over fist as he's been passed by Patrick Rundqvist. And also Dylan Lahey. Lundblom getting rather racy behind. The number, I think that's the number 303 again, as we are now with this battle for 6th position. That is Patrick Rundqvist, I believe, just behind one of the other drivers. So you've got the likes of Lahey, Vesterlaken, Rundqvist as well, and a lot of drivers. So the Cosmic Chassis is Patrick Rundqvist. That is Dylan Lahey right up his back bumper. Oh my goodness me, that was very close for Dylan Lahey going through. Is up the inside. That's a second and a half from Rundqvist through turn 12 as there's more changes for position. This is where Senior Rotax really starts getting spicy. You get into the last half of the race and everyone's battling for position, and that was a send on Danny Prince from Dams Racing. So great timing there from Patrick Rundqvist. Knew that there was a gap that was going to present itself, and he went up there rather quickly. Did the Danny Rick School of Send, licked the stamp and sent it well and truly. And now here comes Dylan Lahey. He's going to factor into this as well. But Rundqvist now closing on Milan Coppens. Lundblom at the moment is trying to keep pace with Bouteille. So a lot of changes happening. Ehad Turka dropped all the way down towards the back part of the field as now Dylan Lahey up the inside. Oh, that's a great move on the inside of Danny Prince, and he's right on the back bumper of Milan Coppens going through turn 11, through into turn 12. He's going to go up the inside as well. Dylan Lahey showing that form that really paid good to his advantage in 2019. Now he's doing the old think tactic to the likes of Milan Coppens and Danny Prince, as if to say, right, we want to get past Rundqvist, but we want to catch the top 4. Top 4 currently covered by 1.224 seconds, rounded out by Lundblom from the Netherlands with JJ Racing. Some great craftsmanship. And there goes Lundblom up the inside of Bouteille, going through into turn 7. She absolutely timed that to perfection. There's battling a little bit further back towards the back part of the order. I think I might have seen the likes of Lara Zanen and Fabian Bock going toe-to-toe, mano-a-mano, so to speak. But now Lundblom's got herself into P3. Nick Coppens just up ahead of the Dutch driver. So between 2nd to 7th, you've got Coppens, Blom, Bouteille, Rundqvist, Lahey and Coppens. This is going to get feisty rather quickly. But the way things are panning out, now that Patrick Rundqvist has got a bit of air in which to breathe, and also to pick up the pace a little bit, because when you're battling in traffic here, as Bouteille up the inside of Lundblom through turn 6 onto the Europlan. Now that was a hefty, robust block by the French driver going through down the Europlan into turn 7. And I know for a fact that what Luna Blum will want to do is get past Boutier rather quickly and rather cleanly. Dylan LaHaye nearly has a moment going through into turn 9. That could have allowed Milan Coppens to go through, and maybe even Danny Prince. So LaHaye's got work to do. He's got a mountain to climb and not a whole lot of time to do so. Luca Lystra still leading. Right, there's been a 5-second time penalty for pushing given to the 304 of Jens Pranger, as here comes Luna Blum up the inside of Boutier, and here's Rundqvist trying to go up the inside of the French driver too. 2 places dropped in 1 corner, and that just so happened to be turn 2 for Boutier. So I think Boutier is getting a little bit haphazard with trying to position the car, but great anticipation by both Luna Blum and Patrick Rundqvist. So at the moment, Lystra has a 1.347 second lead ahead of Nick Coppens. Then it's Luna Blum. Then it's Patrick Rundqvist. That means that we have a Belgian 1-2, and then we have a Dutch driver and a Swedish driver in the top 3. But Rundqvist is not satisfied with 4th. Blum is now having to go defensive, but Rundqvist powers past, and so does Boutier going through into turn 12. Rundqvist made the move before they even hit the apex of turn 12 there. Incredible pace for the Swede. Patrick Rundqvist has had his fair share of trials and tribulations in continental Europe, but this is where you can see that some drivers using their experience, their racecraft, their savoir-faire to get things done. Now we're on the final lap of this race, and it is pretty much in the bag, I think, for Luca Lystra. He's coming through turn 7 for the final time. Nick Coppens, Patrick Rundqvist, Dylan LaHaye is now up into 5th position, it looks like. So Luna Blum has had a drama, I believe. Not too sure on what point of the circuit, but she's coming under fire from the likes of Danny Prince, Milan Ritter. However, Boutier could be under fire from Dylan LaHaye if he gets an opportunity. Can he send it through turn 12? He's going to try for the switchback, but out of the final corner comes Luca Lystra. Takes the second heat victory. Takes his first victory of the weekend for Group C and D. Nick Coppens takes 2nd ahead of Patrick Rundqvist. A spirited drive from the Swede that particular time. Vincent Boutier takes 4th ahead of Dylan LaHaye. Milan Coppens, Danny Prince, Luna Blum finished 8th ahead of Yasharam Jankan. Milan Ritter started alongside Lystra, rounds out the top 10. Fabian Bock in 11th, with Sem Van Til in 12th, Laura Zainin and Erhard Turker in 13th and 14th, with Marcelo Vigna-Parod from France in the 378, rounding out the top 15. Jori Westerleken in 16th, out of Sam Bergstein. Daniel Hunt from Latvia in 18th. Gilles Clouet in 19th. Hugo Bach from France rounds out the top 20 with Jens van der Heyden, Julian Hasch and Jens Pranger rounding out the 23 strong, with Pranger having a 5-second time penalty for pushing initially during the race. So that's it for senior road tax for the moment, and very soon our first junior road tax heat of the day will take place at 12:55, which is just in around about 7 minutes' time.